poppin', everybody? It's your boy Trucker Snap. So I thought I'd make a video about pretty much the truth about driving refrigerated trailers, running reefers, however you want to call it. If anybody new, feel free to subscribe. I typically talk about trucking, and I got jokes along the way, so feel free to subscribe. So the thing about so pretty much there's a lot of different kind of freights out there you can drive. You can pull flatbeds. These are the typical ones: flatbeds, reefer, dry van. If I'm missing one, tanker. It's different ones. I've driven reefer majority of my career, all of my career. I've driven reefer. And the things that I don't like about reefer is a couple things. One is the appointment times. Now, I don't know how dry van works, but it seems as if dry van is a lot more easier, when it comes to certain things. Reefer, you have to go to these cold storages or warehouses that are refrigerated or whatsoever, and the appointment times are just like 3 a.m., 12 a.m. So say for example you drove all day from like 8 to like 7 p.m. You were driving the whole day. Sometimes your appointment is at like 11 p.m., 3 a.m. whatsoever. The thing about that is like it messes up your sleep, when you have those appointment times. Sometimes you go some places and you gotta wait in line like 10, 15, 20 drivers are just outside in line, and it gets like annoying because when it's during like the cold time, say for example if it's winter and you're like in New York, or you're in like, it could be anywhere in the north, you could be anywhere like Pennsylvania. Oh, the East Coast is horrible when it comes to that. Like when it comes to reefer, oh my gosh. But appointment time, that's one of the annoying parts of reefer. Appointment times. It's not always like that, but you do get appointment times that are challenging, because when you get that good sleeping, you sleeping, and then you gotta wake up and you gotta go wait in line, and sometimes you gotta deal with like the receiver, the people there, like annoying. The next thing is, which kind of goes along with the appointment time, is these people don't respect your time. They don't care if you got another appointment to go pick up at 8 a.m. They don't care. Like more than less, most places I go, I'm there between 3 to 6 hours. 3 to 6 hours for a reefer trailer. Like, it's rare you ever get out in an hour. Very rare. I don't see that often for myself. Going all around the country, going to different locations. Whenever they're unloading you, it takes a long time, man. Even when you're picking up, sometimes picking up sometimes is a little bit faster. When you go into shippers, it might be a little bit faster for reefers. But going to deliveries, they don't care. They don't give a shit. Okay, sometimes you're there for 6-7 hours. Like, they don't care. So I've gotten to the place where I just say, however amount of time it takes, I understand, whatever. I've accepted all of that. I accepted it, but that's one of the challenges for sure. The next thing that's annoying, sorry, I didn't write this down, I'm just going off the top of the head. But the next thing is fueling your trailer. So when you pull up to the fuel station, you fill your truck up most times and everything. You fuel up, but then you got to fill up your trailer. And sometimes if you forget, that gets annoying. But you gotta fuel up your trailer, and you gotta like measure it, because there's nothing to really tell you like this is where you need to be so you can hook up. You don't want to be too far or too short. Like, you don't want to pass it or be too short. So you gotta like, sometimes you gotta get out and look. After a while you get better at it, but sometimes that can be annoying, having to fuel the trailer. Having to check the temperature. Sometimes when you're for example, if you're picking up in California and you gotta get produce, sometimes the broker or your job might require you to do temp checks. So sometimes you got to pull over and you got to check the product, make sure like the product is at a proper temperature. when your reefer breaks down, is annoying too, because now you got to worry about, like, depending on what kind of freight you have. Like, imagine if you pull an ice cream. I don't pull ice cream. I've never pulled ice cream, but say you pull an ice cream and it's summertime. Oh my gosh, like, shit is annoying. That's really annoying. That's my reefer right there. Which brings another point. I just remembered. When you're driving reefer, it's on. So depending on what kind of company you have, because I have a company that runs older trailers, they're loud. So it shakes your truck. It's loud. Most places you go, like, you know, you gotta be aware of that, because, like, for example, if I pull up at my house, I can't have my trailer just going, because, you know, it could be a city ordinance. That's one. But the other thing is, because there's people homes here, so, like, I can't have that running by my house. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really, really loud. If you're with a company with newer trailer, typically they're a little lower. The noise is a little less, but it's still noise there. So that's another thing. The noise, and when you're trying to sleep in your bunker, or your in your sleeper, you know, you got to get used to, like, that noise and the shaking. You know what I'm saying? You got to get used to that. So you know, those are the things that really, you know, once you get used to it, it doesn't annoy you that much. But if you're used to pulling dry van, or if you're getting into trucking, it's good to know that those are the things that, you know, the challenges you face within it. Other than that, you know, sometimes it depends on what loads you pick up. Sometimes you might have to go to a washout bay and get your trailer washed out, because if you pick up from, like, Tyson or the Smithfield or somewhere that, you know, has meat, and it's like, you know, the slaughterhouse, sometimes your trailer's full of blood, so you got to get it washed out, or sometimes it has a smell. So you know, those are some of the things that, you know, when you're driving a reefer trailer, it's a little annoying. Now, reefer trailers are good when it comes to making money, if you're an owner operator or lease operator or whatever. It's good because those freights pay more than a dry van in a lot of cases. I'm not saying all cases. Like, dry van is also competitive, but I'm saying, like, what I've heard is that, or I used to lease a truck, so I know that reefer trailers, the pay rate is a little bit better when you're an owner operator, compared to flat deck. Flat deck and reefers are, like, you know, neck to neck, in my opinion. I don't like flat deck trailers, because I know when it's winter time, going out to go strap down your load is annoying for me. And also I know you get dirty along the way. And sometimes, like right now, I'm at a Love's truck stop, and I don't have no shower credits. So imagine I did some strapping down today and I got extremely dirty. It would be hard for me to wipe down. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a little bit harder. So I hate getting to bed dirty, because I can't sleep. I just feel uncomfortable. I smell, etc., etc., etc. So I like pulling trailers that are closed, and I don't like pulling flat decks, because you got to go do work outside, and you have the weather to deal with, you know, depending on what the weather's gonna do for you. So, and I forgot to mention one more thing that I don't like about the reefer game. Like I said, I don't know how dry vans work, because I never really pulled dry goods that much. I have pulled dry goods, but mostly reefer goods. But one thing I hate is multiple stops. Sometimes you have multiple deliveries, and that's annoying. You know, sometimes I just like one pickup, one drop, but sometimes you pick up somewhere and then you got like 3 deliveries, because, you know, they have less than load. Pretty much what happens is sometimes a company needs product, but they don't need a truckload of product. So what they do is, to cut costs, is they'll send multiple products that's going to different locations. That way all those products will cover the cost to get to that destination, instead of, you know, you have a trailer filled with just a couple pallets going all the way from Chicago to California. They'll have a truckload of product, and it'll be split up in like 3 deliveries that go over to California, but just to different warehouses. So I hate that. I hate multiple deliveries, because like I said, the appointment times can get annoying. Sometimes it takes you 3 days to make 3 deliveries because of the appointment time. Each one is at midnight. each day. So it's like you gotta stay over the 3 days. And if you're running, depending on how you get paid, if you're getting paid by the mile, you're not getting paid much by the mile, because sometimes during those 3 days you probably only do 100 miles or 200 miles. So it's like you rather just one shot, pick up, drop off, pick up, drop off, so that you continuously running miles. So that's another thing I just forgot to throw in there. So yeah, that's some of the things when it comes to reefer trailers. I want to share that because I know a lot of people are getting into trucking, and the best thing I can do is pass on the information that I've learned to people who are getting in, so that they can make the right decision for themselves, because we all would benefit more if somebody gave us information when we started than figuring it out as you go. So that's your boy Trucker Snap. I hope this information is impactful. I hope you can get something from it. If you want me to make any video and reference anything, I hope outside is not too loud because my reefer trailer is running. I hope you can hear me in this video. So don't forget to subscribe, and peace.